crazy trailer perspective. The other one's in the hood. So
Right.
it is what it is.
So let's talk a little more on that. Let's talk. I think it's the song. Let's say, was it Crown? Where you say you can't please everybody.
Can't
Or
please
just-
everybody.
Can't please everybody.
Come on now.
Yeah. I think if you're not in those positions, or you've never been in a certain position where people are looking at you, you know, because you maybe obtained some level of status, right? People come at you, right? Your loved ones can come at you, or not even your loved ones. People at work can come at you, right? Let's say you work with people, you get a promotion, right? You know, they looking for you to earn code on them, or you know, to be somebody else, or for your true self to come out, right? That's what they call it, you know. And they gonna try to get you to do shit, right? And then, but other people gonna be trying to get you to do shit too. And then you gotta look yourself in the face and in the mirror, again, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and understand that you can't fucking please everybody.
Man, come on.
You can't do it.
Sometimes it got to be spoke about, man.
It's not gonna happen.
We can do it.
You gotta pick the people though that you're gonna please, and you better make sure you pick the right ones.
And he mentioned on Savior, right? On Savior, he discusses you know, I am not your savior. And LeBron is not your savior. And
J. Cole.
J. Cole is not your savior.
And
Drake
Future.
is not your savior. You know, Future is not your savior.
It's not
You know,
your
Future, I
savior.
say J. Cole, but Future, yeah. And
He
I
said J. Cole.
okay, well,
He didn't say Drake.
no, he did say Drake.
Well, I know he said J. Cole.
Or maybe I'm tripping.
He definitely said Future, and he said LeBron.
He said them. He said all of them.
He said
Okay.
all
I'm
Confirmed.
not sure. I'm not
It's
sure.
not your
He
savior.
said confirmed.
It's not your savior.
Right. And, you know, and sometimes, and he said on the record, he said, Tupac is dead. You got to figure out for yourself. Come on, man. Come on,
but
man.
that was on fuck, what song was that on? All right, let's do it again. But he did.
Yeah, man. We got a bunch of joints. He got a
did
bunch
say
of so
Profound too.
yeah, man, profoundly, and it's a bunch of songs that I would definitely like to talk about. Worldwide Steppers, right? First time I banged a white chick.
Yeah. Don't want to talk about that right now. I just want to go home.
Right. So on Worldwide Steppers was a very dope track. I thought it was cinematic. I know you guys heard me say this before. Kendrick, he could always do the trap music and all that stuff, which is not his lane, right?
Right.
We just gonna be real. It's not his lane. I always like him on these cinematic type of tracks. I told people he's one of the great storytellers of our generation, similar to how Biggie was, or even and no disrespect, you know, Too Short was a great storyteller too, just a different type of storyteller.
Right.
But I'm talking about pure lyricism, you know, wordplay. I think the cinematic tracks favor him. He even had one on here with Pharrell. I can't remember. Oh, that was
Mr. Morale, right?
Mr.
That's
Morale.
Mr. Morale.
And they had that cinematic feel. It felt like he was watching the movie with the build up and the ups and downs. So yeah, I definitely
Mr.
like the
Morale,
Worldwide Steppers.
You know, for me, when I heard Mr. Morales, I'm pretty sure it's gonna grow on me. I haven't listened to it enough to catch what's going on in the song, which is I know.
Yeah, but I like the record. I like the
It
record.
was the only record on it that I heard,
Right.
and I know it's produced by Pharrell. It was the only one that I heard where I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just didn't get it.
I can buy that though.
But I'm gonna get it. 'Cause I'm pretty
due
sure it's
time.
gonna
And
be
you
good.
don't, and
Yeah.
you don't. But the thing is, you don't have to. Like
But I
the
don't
point
get
is, it's enough music on here where you don't have to.
Yes.
Me, when I heard
get it
it
yet.
and I was listening to it in my car, I got it. You know what I mean? And I understood that it wasn't going to be that song that people was going to hear the first time and be like, you know, whatever. You know, people say that all the time. They think you're giving an excuse. No, this ain't that. Just be clear. It's a million times a person gonna say it need to grow on you.
Yeah.
Then Kendrick shit ain't that. You know what I mean? when they say it just means listen to it again so you can understand what perspective he coming from. And I think he even said that on the heart. Like, you know, life is all about perspective. And if you don't understand my perspective, you're not gonna get my music or where I'm trying to come from with this, you know. And I really like the joint, personally.
I would just have to, you know, just for me, I just didn't.
Right.
I don't get it yet.
All right, so let's leave. So those are some of the individual songs we covered, and I feel like. Oh no, hold up! Before we get out of some of the songs we're gonna talk about, I definitely think we need to cover the Auntie Diaries.
Oh.
Now, we can tap dance around this, but this is as Kendrick does. He forces us to have this conversation, right?
It's
Sure.
it's
And he had quite a couple songs that actually I think is another one on here where he's forcing people to have this conversation. But let's start with the Auntie Diaries, right?
I'll wait, but go ahead.
So the Auntie Diaries.
It's about his auntie's a man now.
Okay.
And his cousin.
Followed in her
Got
footsteps.
influenced.
Well, sure. I believe the point that he's trying to convey or picture he's trying to paint is that you should love.
Yes.
Love.
Yes.
You should love.
Yes.
Right? Unconditionally.
Yes.
Right? With no conditions.
He used,
Family.
He used the term.
Not with no conditions. If that person's not garnering some shit that they put on themselves, you know, and this is just how they choosing to live their life.
Right.
They didn't hurt anybody on the way to it, right? Then show them the proper love.
And he used the term F-bomb in there, you know, trying to change the narrative about the way certain words is used. I like the fact that he mentioned the fact that his cousin, he could tell. We couldn't see it in his cousin. He said, other people said they couldn't see it. I saw it. I love the way he said that, right? I could tell that he was struggling with this, like if he could be himself. And when people made jokes around him, he could tell that his cousin was uncomfortable, but it was what it was, right? And I think that he hit some deep chords by being able to say, let's have this conversation, whether we like it or not. And the deepest line to me in that song was he was saying, I think I'm old enough to understand. I want to make sure I'm reading that right. He said, I'm old enough to understand.
Right.
Me being a person, growing up, I didn't grow up with rich parents. I grew up with poor parents. One of my stepfather lived with us. He got high, you know. And when you're younger, you just blame them for the shit you don't have. And then you get older and you look down like, now that I'm older than they was when they raised me, they was going through some shit. They was dealing
Young
with
people.
real world
problems.
issues, right?
As young people.
And
yeah.
I'm old enough to understand that you actually loved us. You just was fighting something that you could not defeat.
Couldn't get it.
I think this song is going to, if he puts visuals to it, I think this is like going to be one of the biggest songs on the album. Because the audience is like everybody's going to be talking about it. The audience.
I like what you're saying too. The only thing, this is a however, not a but.
Okay.
I like to believe that Kendrick's not doing this to, please certain people, right? Because I always have to make sure people. It don't matter if for me in real life, like when I walk through my life, like what he does, I don't give a shit for real. I just hope that you don't compromise your own real beliefs and integrities to try to please people that's in power as well, right? Mm-hmm. So that's just a question. It's not something that I'll ponder, but it was a quick question that just went into my head, in real time.
And I'm honestly believing that it's a stronger narrative, and him being I'm not putting no words in his mouth or no thought. I believe that he should he at that stage where he realizes that it's a lot more responsibility for artists of his caliber. Mm-hmm. And this is sad, but I love to say this, and I'll just be real because I'm an actual fan of music. A lot of artists don't understand that. A lot of artists don't understand that statement itself. And the reason why I'm going to say that Kendrick does, he did a song called Complexion. Mm-hmm. And my favorite line in the song was, I got the world attention. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say something that's vital. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
To survival. Yeah.
Right. So him saying that he knows that people paying attention to what he say. Yeah. I believe he's making these choices on purpose.
Being responsible.
Yep.
I got you. I think it's a responsibility. And again, let me reiterate this. There will never be a time where I will allow anybody to persecute any of my family members or somebody that I love or respect. I don't give a damn what lifestyle they choosing. If they ain't hurt nobody, you better not try to hurt them.
Yeah, and at that point, it's a hate crime. I tell people all the time, and it's just me speaking on it. You don't have to agree with a person's lifestyle, and I'm talking about everything, and that's why I'm talking about drugs, right? Because for me, I'm talking about people that deal with that have drug problems. You don't have to like a person's lifestyle, but none of us have the right to
persecute people.